Good evening, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Lindsay Davis in for David. New details about the man mistakenly deported to El Salvador coming up in a moment. But we do begin tonight with new reporting on the deadly mass shooting at Florida State University. What we're now learning about the suspect accused of killing 2 people and wounding 6 others. The suspect is a 20-year-old FSU student and stepson of a sheriff's deputy. Police say he was armed with her former service weapon. The suspect was wounded by police and is said to be refusing to talk. His biological mother tells ABC News they initially thought he was one of the victims. Moments after those first shots were fired, some students ducking for cover under their desks, many running for their lives, sprinting across the campus to get to safety. Tonight, a vigil for the victims. One of the survivors describes in chilling detail how she played dead after being shot, then heard the gunman reloading, and she feared she'd be shot again. ABC's Faith Abube leads us all from FSU.
Tonight, authorities giving their account of the final moments before a shooter unleashed a deadly rampage through the Florida State University campus, killing 2 people, endangering 6 others. Among the dead, Tiru Chaba, a father of 2, and Robert Morales, a former assistant football coach at nearby Leon High School. Authorities identifying Phoenix Eichner as the shooter, a stepson of a longtime local sheriff's deputy. Investigators say around 11 a.m. Thursday, Eichner drove into a campus parking garage and finally exited at 11:51 a.m. The first shot just moments later, between 11:56 and 11:57 a.m. By 12 noon, the shooter and law enforcement agents in a standoff. Investigators say officers shot him when he refused to drop his weapon. The suspect seen here being shackled to a stretcher in an ambulance. Authorities say he has refused to answer any of their questions. Police say the gun he allegedly used was his stepmother's previous service weapon. The suspect's biological mother telling ABC News at first they thought he was one of the students injured before being told he was the shooter.
Oh my gosh.
We met one of the victims, Madison Askins, in her hospital bed.
That's what my mom and dad always told me to do during an active shooter drill. Stay down, play dead.
Madison telling us that in that moment, all she wanted to do was reach for her phone and say goodbye to her parents.
I wanted to call my dad, tell him I loved him. So, that was rough.
The suspect's stepmother, Leon County Sheriff's Deputy Jessica Eichner, was once Sheriff's Department Employee of the Month, now on a personal leave of absence. Her department reeling.
How disappointing is it to have this connection to this agency in this way?
Yeah, this is tough at any level, but to be personally impacted and to see how things unfolded on yesterday obviously is very disappointing.
The university honoring the victims in a vigil. Madison tells us she's grateful to the officer who found her and stayed by her side.
Somebody's going to show up. Somebody will be here soon. I just had to rely on another person, and the one who showed up, I'm glad she did.
And Lindsay, as for that suspect, authorities tell me that they're waiting for him to be officially discharged from the hospital before charging him. As you can imagine, Lindsay, he's facing various charges, including murder tonight. Investigators still digging for a motive and trying to figure out how that suspect allegedly accessed his stepmother's weapon.